Good morning, guys. I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. I'm waiting in line to get my frappe and scrambled eggs. Just thinking about the different things that are going on with me lately and how some of you guys might be going through some of these kind of things as well. So I just thought I would talk about it. So when it comes to moving into a higher timeline or shifting into a higher timeline, these are some of the things that you could notice. First and foremost, you could notice that you're being pulled into the old timeline quite a bit. And what this looks like and feels like is things that you've already let go of and change representing themselves in your life again through other people, places, things, and situations. The goal of being in that timeline that you're no longer in, but, being pulled into is observing the things that are happening, not allowing yourself to be trapped by those things again, or not allowing yourself to be completely pulled back down into that energy, but instead observing and seeing how you can help things in that situation with that person, place, or thing to change. Now, normally it's just you being the light so that others can go through the awakening that they need and they too can rise to another timeline, the timeline that you're wanting them to exist in with you. So when it comes to the current timeline that you're in, it's going to feel a lot like flow. Like things just feel like you're at home. Things feel good. Things feel smooth. Not that you're not going to have any kind of complications at all, but there's going to be a lot more easiness to it. You're just going to feel like things are flowing. Being pulled into a higher timeline, however, makes us feel very uncomfortable. It might make us have a lot of anxiety. We may have symptoms like dizziness or feeling like we're very lethargic or tired. Also, along with coming from one timeline into another, you have things that happen like purging. I'm going through this right now. I've had a snot nose for about 2 weeks, and sometimes for a few days it might be okay, and then it goes right back to it. A lot of you are going through that right now. Most of us chalk it up as a cold, but it's not. Okay, for me, I know that it's not. It is me purging some energy that is no longer needed. Many of us will go through things like that when energy is no longer needed. So moving up into a higher timeline, it's really about facing fears and doing things that we don't want to do so that we can move up into that timeline, which could make us feel like we have one foot in an old timeline and one foot in a new timeline. Let me get my food paid for. Having a foot in one timeline and another, especially in the current timeline that you wanted to exist in, that you worked so hard to get to, and then you're moving towards another timeline that's making you feel uncomfortable and stuff. This is a time when it's time to push past fears. Don't let all these anxieties and fears and things like that get to you. And as you start to realize that you're moving past that, you will purge old energies that are no longer needed. And you'll feel like one foot's in one timeline and one foot's in another timeline. This is how I always want to be, because that means that I'm constantly evolving. I'm constantly changing and moving up the ladder, so to speak. I hope that this information helps you guys in some way, shape, or form. Much love to you guys. 333. Bye.